Introduction. Most men navigate relationships like a ship without a compass. They react to every wave of emotion, every social pressure, and every moment of tension with confusion or frustration. They believe that to win a woman's heart, they must please, chase, and negotiate. But the ancient Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, taught us that true power does not come from controlling others. It comes from understanding the nature of the world and mastering oneself. To lead a relationship effectively, you must understand the psychological vulnerabilities that drive human behavior. These aren't flaws to be exploited, but weaknesses to be understood so you can provide the strength and stability a relationship requires. By understanding these 10 hidden dynamics, you move from a state of reactive chaos to ataraxia, unshakable inner peace.
2.
The 10 points explored.
1.
The storm of emotional overload. The concept: women often process the world through a lens of high emotional fluidity. A woman might say something in a moment of anger or sadness that doesn't reflect her long-term logic. Deep dive. Most men make the mistake of arguing with the words spoken during an emotional storm. Epictetus taught that it is not events that disturb us, but our judgment of them. If you judge her temporary emotion as a permanent fact, you lose.
The Stoic path. Be the mountain.
Let the wind howl and the rain fall. When you remain unmoved by her emotional spikes, you provide a safe harbor for her to return to logic once the storm passes.
2.
The mirror of validation. The concept: in a digital age, many women are conditioned to seek external likes and follows to quantify their self-worth. Deep dive. This dependency creates a vacuum. If she relies on the world's approval, her mood will rise and fall with her notifications. A man who constantly feeds this need for validation becomes just another fan. The Stoic path: do not compete for her attention. Instead, provide a higher form of validation, respect for her character rather than her appearance. Teach her, through your Stoic example, that self-worth is internal.
3.
The gravity of social influence. The concept: women are often more attuned to the social hive mind. The opinions of her mother, her best friend, or a popular influencer can shift her perspective overnight. Deep dive. You may have a great relationship in private, but if her social circle disapproves, she will feel a deep psychological tug. The Stoic path: understand that her words are often a mosaic of outside influences.
Don't be offended by it.
Instead, remain so consistent in your values that you become the most reliable influence in her life, the one voice that doesn't change with the trends.
4.
The paradox of strength versus niceness. The concept: while niceness is a virtue in a vacuum, it is often a mask for a lack of boundaries. Women are biologically and psychologically drawn to strength. Deep dive. Nice guys seek permission. Strong guys seek purpose. If you are too nice to disagree, you are too weak to protect or lead. Strength is the presence of a firm no. The Stoic path: build an unshakable frame. Your mission in life must be more important than her temporary approval. Paradoxically, the less you need her approval, the more she will respect your strength.
5.
The illusion of FOMO, fear of missing out. The concept: modern dating apps create the paradox of choice. There is a constant fear that a better option is just one swipe away. Deep dive. This leads to a weakness in commitment. If she is always looking at the horizon, she cannot plant roots in the present. The Stoic path: a high-value man never begs for commitment. If she fears she is missing out on the world, let her go see it. Your value is not determined by her choice to stay or leave. When you are truly prepared to walk away, you become the prize she fears losing.
6.
The dominance of emotional memory. The concept: logic is a language, emotion is a feeling. Women tend to archive memories based on the emotional intensity of the moment rather than the facts. Deep dive. You can win a logical argument and still lose the relationship because you made her feel small, unheard, or attacked. The Stoic path: focus on the vibe, not the verdict. Lead with presence and safety. In moments of conflict, ask yourself, am I trying to be right, or am I trying to build a connection? Choose the latter.
7.
The stimulant of drama. The concept: for some, peace feels like boredom. Drama acts as an emotional stimulant that makes the relationship feel passionate. Deep dive. If a woman creates conflict out of thin air, she is testing your frame. She is checking to see if you are as solid as you claim to be. The Stoic path: refuse to dance. When drama starts, withdraw your attention. Silence is the most powerful response to irrationality. By refusing to engage, you starve the drama of the oxygen it needs to burn.
8.
The shield of projection. The concept: when a person feels guilty or insecure, it is easier to point the finger than to look in the mirror. Deep dive. If she is irrationally jealous, it may be a projection of her own feelings of inadequacy. The Stoic path: do not take the bait. Recognize projection as a confession of her own inner struggle. Instead of defending yourself against a false accusation, address the root fear she is trying to hide.
9.
The trap of instant gratification. The concept: we live in an era of fast everything. This has weakened the ability to delay gratification for long-term rewards. Deep dive. This manifests as impulsive spending, emotional outbursts, or giving up on the relationship when things get hard. The Stoic path: be the architect of the long term. Model discipline in your fitness, your finances, and your emotions. Show her the beauty of a life built on a foundation of delayed gratification.
10.
The avoidance of harsh truths. The concept: reality is often uncomfortable. Many people prefer a beautiful lie over an ugly truth because the truth requires change. Deep dive. This weakness prevents growth. If she cannot face her mistakes, she cannot fix them. The Stoic path: be the man who loves the truth more than comfort. Marcus Aurelius said, "If anyone can provide me that I am wrong, I will gladly change." Demand this standard of yourself, and eventually, the right woman will rise to meet that standard of honesty. 3. Conclusion. Understanding these 10 points is not about gaining the upper hand or looking down on women. It is about clarity. When you understand the nature of the water, you can sail the ship. A weak man reacts to these weaknesses with anger or manipulation. A Stoic man responds with understanding and leadership. By mastering your own emotions and maintaining your mission, you stop being a passenger in your relationships and start being the captain. Stop chasing. Build yourself. Stay centered. The world, and the right woman, will naturally gravitate toward a man who has mastered his own soul.